Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'. I'm Pamela Pick. This is my husband,
Bill.
So we are coming to you live from Waterloo, Iowa.
Yep.
And we would love it if you were to tell us, say hello and tell us where you're from. The farther away from us, we get excited about that there's
That's
people
right.
all over the world that sometimes join us for this. So let me see if I can find us live on... Oops, I did. Okay. No comments yet, so we'll give it a minute for people to join in. Say hello. If you'd like to give us a thumbs up or a heart, we'd appreciate it. Be sure to like and follow us if you're new. There's France. Hi, France. Hi, Madison.
Hi, Madison. Hi, Jeannie Norwig.
It was good to see you today, Madison. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Jean Shoot. Woohoo! There's Cindy. That's awesome. Hello, Pamela and Bill, watching from, she's in North Dakota too. I knew that.
Hazen.
Yeah, North Hazen, North Dakota. Hi, Kathy Walton, haven't seen, from snowy Colorado. You keep the snow. There's Karen and Gracie. Whoop, whoop. Wow, it's good to see you guys.
Yeah. Nice spring night.
So far, everybody we know, but if you're new to us, there's Cindy from Virginia, Southern Virginia. And there's Sherry Braylon. I enjoy you both. Well, you guys, thanks, Cindy, for sharing. Cindy Roundtree, not Cindy Howard. Hi, Deb. Well, I'm glad you guys are joining us. A bunch of the regulars are joining us because we do have kind of an announcement that we're going to be making tonight. Kind of a life-changing announcement. Oh, Nick says from miserable Waterfield. Is it cold there today, Nick? Nick's in Ireland. So far we got Ireland.
In Montana.
In Montana?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. We'll wait.
And Cindy Howard, since she shared us.
Oh, thank you, Cindy. Hi, Laura. Stick around. We've got an announcement. We're going to wait a little bit later till maybe more people are on here because I think I need to tell kind of everyone at once. But, so, should we just start with the drawing? So be sure to like and follow us. If you're new, you can follow us here on Facebook, and you can also follow us on YouTube. I'm going to set that aside, Bill. This was the card that we made last week, and I love this little vellum behind here. It's so stinking cute. And, Bill, do you have the,
right
the zipper pouch?
Zipper pouch.
So be sure to like and follow us this week and share the video, and then you can get into the drawing for this week's card next week. This is the card that we made last week, and of course we didn't have quite as many shares, but that's okay. That just means there's more chances for those who did. So I'm mixing it up here. Okay, you want to reach in and grab?
I got two of them.
Did you? Okay, I didn't know if you had two or one, so...
They stuck together, kind of.
They did? Okay, well, who stuck together?
Yvette Gonzalez.
Oh, Yvette. It's Yvette, actually.
Yvette.
I know her. Thank you so much, Yvette. Thank you so much. I will be sending this out to you. I have your address.
And Beth Ann from Philadelphia.
And Beth Ann from Philly. So thank you so much for sharing my video last week. I have both of your addresses, so that's kind of nice. I'll get those sent out to you probably tomorrow. So, we've got Sherry from Colorado. So we have another Colorado. There's Della. There's another North Dakota. Yeah. Okay. So tonight we're going to do a technique card, but at the last minute I decided to add a few more things to it. So we're going to, well, I'm going to just save it.
Do the announcement.
You want to do the announcement now, or do you want to do it later?
Whatever.
I don't know. Okay. Well, he'd like to do the announcement now. So, so for those of you who have been following us, I know quite a few of you have, Bill has changed jobs a couple times. He's had a couple promotions along the way. And over the last month, we've kind of made some stressful decisions about our future. And Bill has taken up another promotion. So congratulations, Bill. I'm super proud of him because he's going to be going to an operations manager, but that requires us to move. And I have been wanting to go south. I thought we'd go more southwest, like to Kansas, just to get away from some of the bitter 30 below cold that we get here in Iowa. I should not even be saying that when there are 3 North Dakotans that are in here, but unfortunately, we don't know where we're going to be. We don't have a house yet. We know that the company is going to be moving us, and we know that we're going to be south in Missouri. So just one state south of us. So there are going to be some changes to my schedule. I know that I will no longer have the Piccadilly Parfait for a while until we get moved and get to our new location. And I'm probably I'm just gonna probably do my Wednesday night lives. So and then when we get all set up, I will be going from there and getting back on track. So, but for right now, the next couple months, he needs to be starting this position May 1. So we need to find a place kind of and get going. So we're looking at buying houses, and I just wanted you guys to know that not only my extremely wonderful husband has got a promotion, but that there's going to be a little bit of change from what I've been doing right now. I'm still going to have my perks rewards. I'm still going to have all that. I will have my laptop that I can follow through with those things. So don't worry about that. But to pack up and move and find a place is going to take a little bit of time of us traveling back and forth. We don't know where exactly we're going to land in Missouri.
Same time zone, though.
Yeah, same time zone for us, so it'll still be 7 p.m. Central. So, anything you want to add to that?
Nope.
We hope that you stick around with us still.
Yep.
I'm pretty excited about that. What do we have?
Is it available online?
Yeah, we'll still be available online. Okay, so let's get moving because
This card is spectacular.
So tonight I'm going to be pulling out the Dainty Delight. It does come with dies to go with it. We're going to be using 1 die, and we're only going to be using 2 stamps because I'm going to do kind of a technique. So we'll be using this image and the Celebrate You. I always need like birthday cards. It seems like my number 1. And then we're just going to use the die that goes with this. So this is one of my clean and simple cards, yet it is a technique. So let me find the stamp pack. You're going to see a lot of white in this stamp pack. Don't panic. We're going to do some fun stuff with it. So I have a basic white card base that I'm just going to fold in half. And by the way, for those of you who were wanting my me to cover up my black, I did again. So now I have, so it's not causing you to go cross-eyed. I do follow the suggestions that you give me. Okay, let's get everything set up here. So I have this basic white. You're going to need, and I believe this was, oh, I covered it up when I did that. I think this is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 piece of.
Isn't it across the top?
Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah, but it doesn't have the little 8s that I need, but I think that's what it is. Piece of Calypso Coral. And then we're going to have a matte piece with that also, so that I just get that little bitty 1/8 inch matte. Okay, so let's start with that. And I want to put a, well, where is it? Aha, here it is. So I took the largest of our circle dies and I just cut it out on a piece of cardstock, and I want to just place this over where I'm going to be working. And I think I had it on the other thing, so I don't have any tape for this, but I think what I'll do is I'll just use a Post-it note. We're going to improvise.
Post-it note.
A Post-it note. Am I in camera, by the way, so
You
that they
are.
can see? Okay. So then I want to take, I'm making my own mask. So I just cut that out so that I'm going to make a mask with this. And then I guess I'll just use another Post-it note right here. So we're going to use up some Post-it notes. When I did it before, I was able to use my specialty tape because I had it right on the mask. But then at the last minute, I was like, oh, I got complaints about my table causing cross-eye on the camera. So I had to lay down my grid paper. All right, I'm going to take another Post-it note because we're just going Post-it crazy, right? And I'm going to start by ripping this. And there's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I'm just ripping an edge. And I don't like it. So I'm going to rip it again. And I'm going to be a little bit more vigorous with this. That's a little better. So we're going to take it, and I want to just put this like, maybe I'll have it at an angle here, but I want to make sure I cover up where I'm at so it covers it up. So I have that ripped edge right here. And I'm going to start off with using some Calypso Coral. Now each one of these come out a little bit different, and I will take a piece of scrap cardstock or paper here because I want to be able to tap my little brush off. Now this is one of the smaller blending brushes. Love these. You can get a little bit more detailed with this, and I just want to tap it off a little bit so that I'm not having an abrupt right on my project. So I'm going to use this mask and the Post-it note mask, and I'm just going to start coloring in. And you can do as dark or as light as you want to. Now I chose Calypso Coral because I want to make kind of just a little background. So tap that off again and go right back over that. And I think I'm going to go again, and I'm going to just lay down a little bit more color. Now, Bill, you tell me if there's any comments or anything, okay? Then I'm going to take my Post-it note off. So you see I've got that kind of a line there. And I can either rip it again, which I think I am, to do just something a little bit straighter. And I'm going to come right back over. And I think what I'll do is do a line like this. Okay, so I have that. Grab some more ink and tap that off. You like it?
Yeah,
I heard.
I'm kind of making like a landscape.
It is. I like how you do that little sound. Okay, so we're just gonna do it again like that. And I went over what I had before, and it's okay if it does some more color on there. So let's pull this off. Do you see what I'm doing here? Isn't that cute? And now I think I might just turn it again and do it again. So as long as I'm not like leaving open space where I could actually ink that, I'm coming back over that again, and I am kind of making a landscape. Now you can do as much, you can pull it up, leave it in place and see how it's coming, and I do really like that. I don't know if you guys do, but I really do. So I'm going to stop right there with the Calypso Coral. And then I am going to pull out Petal Pink. So this is kind of more in the foreground, so we're going into the background there. And I want to take out the Calypso Coral that's left on my brush, and I'm going to just start again with the Petal Pink. Now these colors really coordinate quite well. Oh, maybe I should do what I was doing there. So let's come across again, going right over what I've done. Now this actually will make quite a subtle look on your project, and that's kind of what I'm going for here. So I'm going to do that, and I want to pull it up and take a look at it. I really like that. Do you like that?
Oh, I do.
Do you think I should do a little bit, maybe just I'll do a little one all the way across? Except for I don't want it to have that same pattern, so I'm going to rip it again. Like this maybe. A little bit more rolling. So let's do one more, and I'm going to go a little bit lighter. So tap it off. And you can see how that color, and I know on the camera, but I will pull this up, I promise, so that you can see. Oh, I do. I love that. That's perfect. You like it too? Okay. So let's stop with that. And now I'm going to pull out Pool Party. Pool Party looks really wonderful. So I'm going to change from my orange and I'm going to go to my blue. Again, I'm using the smaller ones because I want a little bit more detail. And so I want to take this, and I think I'm going to just do a whole nother postie. And I want to make maybe more of a rounded. Okay, so that has more of a rounded look to it. And because this is going to be my kind of sky on my... Now, I just inked this up because the other day I was using it and it was a little bit raw. So I want to make this a little bit lighter because this again is in the foreground where like the sun would be setting. So I'm going to go light, and I am going right into the area that I was with the petal pink. So I'm going right up to that area, and I'm going kind of into it, but I don't want to mucky the colors too much. So let me stop and take a look. Can you see it kind of coming through? This is the lighter. So now I'm going to move this again, and I will trying to decide how I want to do that. I think I want to go this way with it, a little straighter, and like that. And I'm going to go a little bit darker now because as I'm coming out, it's coming to the foreground, so I want to go a little bit darker into that area and layer over. Okay, so I'm going to change it again, and I'm going to give a little bit more space on this one. And let's do it again. So I'm coming in, and as I'm darker on the top, I'm coming from the top and lighter towards where I had it dark the last time. And you can do lighter and darker and subtle, doesn't matter. And I think I'm going to go, maybe, I have to think about this now. If I do it that way, it's going to come down. So I'm going to go in. So I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go inward with this, okay? So let's do that. And I'm going to go a little darker this time, coming off of that paper. And then I go lighter when I'm heading towards where the line is before. Now this one's darker than the one I originally did, and the reason why is because I kind of want you to see these details when I pull this up. All right, so now, do I want to go the whole thing, or do I want to do, I may want to do this. I'm going to come in, again, darker at the top, because I'm coming towards the foreground. Okay. And then lighter. It's like I push a little harder on the Post-it note, but then I lift up more towards the edge. And then when we get to this point, we can just do the sky. So I've got kind of, like, this is much more detailed than the other one, but I really wanted to kind of show you this. All right, so let's just see what this looks like flipped up.
Wow.
Can you see I've got kind of a sky and kind of a landscape? So I'm pretty satisfied with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my mask out and put my, oops, my ink away. And then let me just, otherwise, you should have sang that. They would have died laughing if you would have sung that, Bill, like you just did. I don't know if you guys could hear him. So let me just stop and show you this. It was literally a Post-it note tearing as I went. And then I did 3 colors. So it's darker here and darker around here at the top, like the top of the clouds. And then it's lighter towards the next one. So stinking easy, and it's an absolutely beautiful technique, right? Okay, well, we're still not done. There's a lot to this, and all it was is just one of our layered circle dies. I used the largest one. Okay, putting that away, let's go in, and I'm going to set this aside for a moment. We're going to go to the next thing. So I have got a piece of scrap basic white, and I am going to use Memento ink, and we're going to ink up this image here of the floral that I was telling you. The Dainty, what is it called? Dainty Delights? Is that what it's called? Dainty Delight, not Delights, Delight. Dainty Delights bundle. And then, well, I just stuck my finger in the ink. Don't do that. So I'm going to set this on here. Okay. And then I want to pull out my blends. And I have chose the Granny Apple Light, the Granny Apple Green Light, and the Calypso Coral Light. So let's just start. Now, you guys know when it comes to blending, I'm all about fast and efficient. And I don't necessarily color everything in, but I do want you to know that if you do this, don't lay too long on the black lines because you don't want anything to bleed. So, and this is actually, these flowers are really probably too small to really get all bent out of shape if they're blending or not. So let's go back in with the Granny Apple Green. I'm just going to hit this quickly so that we can get this image done. This is so much fun, and I actually like kind of making the scenery with a Post-it note. So while I've got this out, I'm going to pull out one of our envelopes, and I've got something stuck on here. And I'm going to do the exact same thing that I just did there. Why not? Decorate that envelope up. So on the front of the envelope on the left-hand side, I'm just going to hit it with a little bit of Memento ink. Now, I was worried when I first did this, and I do want to let you guys know that I didn't have any problem, but I also moved very fast when I put this down. So I've got it in the Memento ink, and what if something bleeds? Now I would say if you're doing something that you're going to be doing a lot of blending, it would be very good for you to put a piece of scrap paper like what I used here, just some scrap paper in here to keep it from bleeding through to the other side. But because I'm going so fast and I'm not really blending, you don't need to do that. I was concerned. I thought, oh my gosh, we'll have to put something in there. But if you go like as fast as what I'm doing, you will not have to worry about that alcohol marker bleeding through. Good tip, right?
Yep. Speedy Gonzalez.
He's calling me Speedy Gonzalez. Oh, you're so funny, Bill. Are you excited about this job?
I am.
Are you? I know. He's just such, I just am so proud of him, you guys. I can't even tell you the amount of promotions and stuff that he's gone through in the past few years. It's just so heartwarming. So now that I have that done, I want to do one more thing because I added one more element to this card. And let me just show you. We're going to make this a gift card holder too. And that was the extra thing that I added that I didn't advertise in there. So I want to open this up, and I have a, oh boy, what is this? This is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of basic white. So I'm going to put this into my cutter, and let's see, I want it to cut. I have to think this through now. Do you guys have to do that? I have to do that all the time. What am I doing again? I'm going to go, I think, this way. I think I'll go to about 2 1/2. So I want to start on one of the quarters. I'm not going to measure a whole big bunch, but I'm going to go to, I think, 2 1/2. And I don't care how you get it into that slot, but I think maybe 2 3/4. No, 2 1/2. I'll go to the 2 1/2 mark here on my trimmer and the tip in the end. And then I'm just going to go boop. And so now I've got this little triangle. Which kind of triangle is that, Bill? Do you know? Is that like an isosceles or something?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. Someone will know.
I didn't do geometry.
And then I'm going to take, you didn't? I did not know that. I'm going to take this is just a scrap piece of Calypso coral that I had. And I'm going to trim off a 1/4 inch of this.
A 1/4 inch?
Yeah, I know. That's kind of thin. I know. But there's a method to my madness. Just trust me. Ooh, boy, I got that kind of, there we go. Did that go 1/4 inch? Yeah, it did. Trust myself. And I'm just going to cut off a 1/4 inch, which is a really thin piece. And I think this is, this is about 5 1/2. So 5 1/2 by a 1/4 inch. So what do I teach you guys when you're trying to do a really thin piece like this? I teach you to pull out your silicone mat, to put your piece down that you're going to use, to take the little bit of green glue, and I want to make sure I have that, and to do just a small little bead going down right down there. It is so much easier than trying to pick this up, glue a little bead, and then holding it with glue. It is just so much easier to go like this. So I'm going to put this right across the end, like so. So you guys are probably thinking at this point, how's this card going to go together? That's okay. We'll get there. Okay. And then I want to make sure the green glue lets me get that nice and even on there. There we go. And we're going to just take our scrap piece and cut it down. Okay. And then we're going to cut this down. So this gives me just that color that is going to be following kind of the clean and simple. This is still clean and simple. I didn't say that it was fast. I said it was clean and simple. But so one more time, I'm going to take that same image because I want this to match. And I'm going to ink that up in the Memento ink. And I'm going to use my little scrap paper here. And I'm just going to stamp that down. So I'm stamping some on and some off. Perfect. Okay. And are you intrigued, Bill? Because you're like over here really intently watching.
I am intrigued.
Awesome.
What you doing?
Are there any questions or anything that you're noticing, or are you just watching me?
No.
So I'm going to quickly go back in here, and good. Maybe they're just watching me. Are you guys just watching? No talking?
No, they're...
Usually
I'm going back up to see.
Okay. Usually my friends like to chit-chat with each other that come in here.
They are. They're...
Oh, okay. You guys are still chit-chatting? Okay. So who's going to visit us in Missouri? tell me if anybody raises their hand. Okay, so now I have the piece that will eventually match all of this. Let's go and run through the Stampin' Cut Emboss Mini. I'm going to empty the trash here real quick. And then I'm going to pull in my little silicone mat because it braces this. I'm going to use my two acrylic plates and one base. And I want to start off with the 2. And what did I do with the die? Here it is. Here's the die cut. So I want to die cut this one out. Pull in a piece of washi to just hold it in place. You could also use a Post-it note for this too. Put that into my machine, this little mighty machine, and start it and go. Now, I do want to tell you something. I've had some people message me about starting the machine and using the machine and it being more difficult. So you do have to use a little bit more muscle when you are starting the machine when it's the mini, because the big one has a little bit broader base, so it'll hold down. This one takes up a little area and you just do have to have a little muscle. But I'm going to teach you another trick. One, don't have an unsecured mat underneath because the mat will slide when you go. You guys saw that on my last video. Secondly, I do think that this does make a difference to hold that in place using the silicone mat. And thirdly, when you are making your plate, I want you to think about an E. Yes, I said an E, like a capital E. So you're going to have your base plate, you're going to have your next plate. See how I have that layered? And then you're going to have the one on top. So from the side, it's like a capital E. And then it just rolls through when you do that, just like your big one does. Okay, set that aside, just my little public service announcement, I guess. And let me pull these pieces out. Now let's go to the fun part, which is decorating our card, right? Okay, so we know we have the envelope here. And we've got our fun little piece that we decorated. So let's start with just adhering this onto the matte piece. Did that help anyone as far as who has one of the mini cut and emboss? So that's my whole goal, is to just teach. I do love to teach. And then we will adhere this down like so. Isn't that pretty? Oh, that is so pretty. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing and adhere this right down to my card base. Like so. So this gives that real clean and simple look to it. It's just very...
They said you should add a critter. Veronica.
Who said that?
Well, Jackie said a critter.
Jackie, your critter card in the VIP group was amazing. Love it. I told you I was going to make a critter person out of you. And you did it. Did you see her little froggy card that she made? So I'm going to do 2 regular dimensionals here. Oh, I forgot a step. Hold on. We got one more thing to stamp. I can do it afterwards. But when you get to this section of it, it gets thinner. So these little edges are absolutely perfect for that. I never waste them anyway, but when you have them, you can also do the mini dimensionals, but you can also use these. So, hey, we're just going to do that since I have them available. Okay, so let's take this and let's just go right through. Amazing, right? It is so cute. I love it. Let me bring my scrap paper back over here. I'll flip it over. And I've got the Celebrate You. So I like to, when it is a thin stamp like this, small stamp, small pressure, but I like to test it out to make sure that I've got it kind of straight. No, I had that going the wrong way. I want that a little more this direction. Now, if you choose to use the stickers that come with it, you'll be able to see. I just don't use them. I just don't take the time. Quite honestly, I'm just pretty lazy. I'll be honest. So let's take that, and now I was talking and I forgot what angle I had. There we have it. Okay. And let's go right into this. Boom. I'm committed to it. Ta-da! Right? So pretty. So pretty. I love pretty cards. But wait, there's more, right? I told you I wanted to make this a gift card holder, and I just happen to have an Amazon gift card. Unfortunately, this one isn't loaded, but if anyone would like to load this for me, I will definitely allow that. Any takers? Any takers on that?
No.
No? Give them time.
Oh.
There's a delay. They might take me up. So I'm going to use tear and tape, and I'm going to go here.
Sold out.
What sold out?
The set. It says so bummed. The set is sold out.
No, it was back.
Oh.
Yeah, it was back. Okay, so I'm using a piece of tear and tape, and I rub it down, and then take your little pointy tool off your take your pick tool and go right through the middle. Look at that. Pulling these up like butter, right? And then I'm going to come across this way. I love the tear and tape. This is if you want a good adhesive for your projects, get yourself some tear and tape. This holds it in place. Must commit to that. Okay, so then I like to use this part because I can go right over that. If you just give a little rub in that center bit and then come in with that picky tool on the take your pick, it opens it right up. Boom. Love it. So let's take this piece now that matches our card and envelope, and let's just simply adhere it right down at the bottom here. Make sure you got it nice and even, because once you commit with tear and tape, you've committed with tear and tape. Oh my gosh. And now you can put your gift card right here. Still plenty of room to write your greeting and obviously onto the back. But look at that. Now this one I did a little bit darker for camera, so let me just tell you, I want to show you the other one that I did. Oh, I'm not done. I forgot. There's one other part. We need a little bling bling on here,
Gotta
right?
put the bling on.
So these are the pastel adhesive backed sequins. I love the adhesive backed pretty much anything. So let's take our take your pick tool. Where do I want? I think I'll just do one there.
Janet's on. Hi, Janet.
Hi, Janet. And where do I want? I'll do one there.
She
Okay.
says it's beautiful.
It is. It's gorgeous. I know. I love it. And you could do even the blue if you wanted to, or the pink, because that will pick up the peachy colors in there. So it is so clean and simple, and yet it actually took, no one will know how much time it took, but it's so beautiful. Isn't that just beautiful? What a wonderful technique that you can use. And these look all different. And I was going to show the other one. So the one that I like is a little bit lighter in color. And you can see my tears are different, and I didn't do, each one is going to come out a little bit different, just like God's creations, right? But it's the same thing on the inside with a gift card holder. So I think that's always fun to have that. But I wanted one a little bit darker for the camera. Are there any questions on this?
Nope.
Okay, so remember to share my video, because if you share this week, you get to earn one of these cards next week. I don't have many announcements, but I do want to do one little self-promotion. So for the critter card, whoever was asking about the critter card, I love this. This was my Casing Tuesday card yesterday. I followed the layout. I just made it my own, and I did the tropical leaf bundle mixed with the Rhino Ready bundle. Oh my gosh. It's so stinking cute. I did add the deckled, and then I don't know if you guys can see this, but I actually did a little embossing with the basics embossing folders. All of this stuff is from the online store, except for the DSP and the deckled rectangles. But oh my gosh, so stinking cute. I just have to like Self-promote.
Self-promote.
When you love what you do, and I do, I absolutely love stamping. I just have to like brag a little on myself. So the big announcement that I have, other than we're moving, is the Paper Pumpkin kit. So if you don't know what Paper Pumpkin is, it is our online subscription service, and you can get this by going to mypaperpumpkin.com. I will definitely have a link in the description box if you're watching this on YouTube, but let me just tell you what you're going to get with this. First of all, the ephemera pack in this is just really stinking cute. I love those flowers. I'm really like totally into it. It is 9 cards, 3 each of 3 different designs, so that's kind of nice. 9 matching envelopes. There's going to be an iridescent foil die cuts. Cannot wait to see what that is. A shaded spruce ink spot, a photopolymer set, and they are sending a way that you can take your ink spots and organize them. Hello, why don't they just sell this anyway? Because I just absolutely love that. I have mine actually in a Paper Pumpkin box, but then they go all over the place. And especially we're going to be doing some traveling. This is a great way to take some inks. Now, if these things dry out on you, don't you worry, because all you have to do is take your re-inker and ink them back up, and they're back to being full speed ahead. So if Paper Pumpkin is something that you're interested in and you want to know more about it, you can ask me any questions you want to. I'd be glad to get that to you. The only other thing that I have is if you want to purchase any of these amazing products, you can do so on my online store. Please use current host code on all orders that are under $149.99. And I would suggest if you're at $140, you should probably just spend $10 more, because you're going to get $15 in host points. But if you don't, if you would use this, that helps my business out so much, because what I do is I take all that into consideration, and it goes into a pile for you to get Perks Rewards back. So my Perks Rewards program is a $35 purchase will give you a $25 shopping spree at my online store. However, I will let you save that up twice, which would be a $50 shopping spree. But on top of it, I pay the tax and the shipping. So it ends up being buy 10, get 1 free type of a thing. Were there any questions that you saw? No. Okay, so if you want any more information, let me know. I hope you enjoyed tonight. We will be back next week at 7 p.m. Central Time. There will be no Piccadilly Parfait this week. We are actually going house hunting. So I will see you guys next Wednesday night. For my VIPs and my pearls, I'm going to get some more information to you guys. Have a great evening, and I will see you next week, 7 p.m. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.